What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Happy February. Good times. Good times. Not a super eventful close. Really loud music. Not a super eventful close, but we're back. It is February, so let's go through a few things quick here. First off the bat, please guys, please hit that like button for the new stream. Help us get this stream out. Help us get this in front of as many eyes as possible. It's an exciting day. It's an exciting day. Appreciated. Discord. Make sure you're in Discord if you're new here. Discord link not pinned to the top of the chat actually right now. Let me put that in the chat here quick. There you go. Discord link in the chat. Yeah, we can look at XRP. Hit that like button. 24 likes. Let's get that up to our 1,000 standard. You guys are amazing. Make sure you're subscribed. We hit 21,000 subscribers last night. Wild. 21,000 of you guys. Amazing. Doing our little everyday search. Make sure stream's showing up. And it is. Alright, we'll get this out of the way and then we'll be done with the shillings. I hate shilling. It's just part of everything. Patron. Guys, it is February 1st. If you've been thinking about Patron, now is the time. Get the best value by signing up today. Don't wait. Signing up today, you'll get the whole month. If you wait, you're basically just burning days. You pay the same price. Patron comes with one-on-one crypto mentoring, tutoring by myself. You get to spend time with me, chat, figure out how I can help you the best. Patron, hundreds of exclusive posts. These are daily trade setups, technical analysis posts, macro market observations, and more. So check it out. Consider it. Join us. We've had a ton of new signups today. Loving it. Appreciate you guys. You are the best. Wild. Okay, I guess we get into the TA then. We're good to go. Let me make sure got all my crap up. Yeah, I think so. Alright, how's everybody feeling? Everybody feeling good? What's up, Elixir? Aaron H. You don't have to spend time with me, brother. It's optional. It's optional. Eamon, what's up? Ver Dairy. How you guys doing? Portland. JSR Dan. Seth, Rick, Armand, Aaron, Chris, Keely. Ooh.
Can I borrow some money?
Mr. Josh. Borrow some money. You're the rich one, bro. You're the rich Mr. Uncle Moneybags. My stream deck is not working anymore. That is a bummer. I don't know why. Anyway, getting into it. Patron link pinned to the top of the chat. Go ahead, jump in there, check it out, see if it's for you. A lot of success stories lately. I'm loving it. So done shilling. Done with the shilling. Let's take a look at Bitcoin today. We're also going to talk about a few things. We see the dollar rallying. Dollar rallying, but for how far? We plotted this out many days ago. We got the close, I think just last night, and so I'm going to watch that, see where that's going. We have Luna or Terra, BNB, Binance Coin, and Cake all making moves today. And on top of all that excitement, last night, Elon Musk, on an app called Clubhouse, which I was unable to get into, fixing that, said something along the lines of, Bitcoin has a great future. Those are my own words. I think the exact quote was, Bitcoin is on the verge of mainstream adoption. That might be summarizing. But that's darn close to what he said. Elon Musk, a huge player. Huge player. His words move markets. Move markets. Interesting, we haven't really seen any reaction to it. But to have Elon finally come out and just say it. He's been dancing around this for months. Let me see if I can find the quote. Elon Musk is, quote, I'm a supporter of Bitcoin. It's huge news. There's literally no one on the planet whose words would be heavier than those. He recently changed his Twitter bio to hashtag Bitcoin. along with Jack, the owner of Twitter, Michael Saylor, oh man, all kinds of celebrities and things. We are finally seeing a little media attention here, and it's welcomed. That would be the next phase in the market cycle that we would expect to see, is the media attention, which is the precursor to the euphoric, massive rally. So we'll see if that plays out according to the market cycle here. Hopefully. And as we go, let's see. Anything else on the news? Yeah, we'll take a look at DXY. I have these charts pulled up. We're going to get through them all today.
It's over 9,000!
Mr. Ryan signing up for Patreon. My man. Ryan, brother, great to see you. Look forward to touching base with you. Amazing to see our family grow. And people invest in themselves. Those who are looking for their own compass in the crypto world. Sick of being dependent on others, sick of losing trades, worrying about losing their investment. Happy to help. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. All right, let's take a look at the corn. So, per usual, it's time to zoom out. We're in the second month of 2021. Solid green candle. Not a lot going on there on the yearly, but it's always good to just zoom out, take a look. Yearly is still green. Let's get into the monthlies. So our monthly close happened just yesterday. Just yesterday, February opening. Currently green. This is the shortest month of the year. Shortest month of the year. Hopefully it's spicy. We see that February opened at 33,137. Our estimate here was a close of January at 32,000. Looks like a little bit higher than expected. So not bad, not bad. Monthly still looking good. We see MACD continuing with bullish buying pressure. RSI still reaching up, though potentially losing a little steam. We're going to keep an eye on that. But so far, so good. This is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th green monthly in a row, provided this stays green. 27 days to go, so way too early to be calling anything like that. We see our monthly TK, 25,440. I know a lot of people are waiting around that area for re-entry. We'll see if it's in the cards here. Turn these labels off. There we go. Cool. Kaijin line down at the 22,600, a little bit lower. Probably less comfortable spot for most. Now the weekly. Weekly is still in decent condition. We see two tests of the weekly Tenkan-san TK line. The shorter, quicker responding line, providing support. Any weekly closes above this line, things are looking all right. Not too much to worry about. Weekly closed, so weekly and monthly closed yesterday. It was a big close. Weekly closed yesterday with continued waning of buying momentum. Not a great sign, not the best. However, we're still rather far away from being in danger of flipping to the selling momentum side here on the MACD for the weekly. And so basically, we need to keep that in the back of our minds. The weekly could be losing a little steam here. We're gonna have to zoom in and look at potentially what else might potentially be in play. Our bullish divergence on the weekly still here. We see a lower low in RSI and a higher low in price. That is bullish divergence. Weekly. Okay, weekly 20 moving average updated with this new weekly. And we see that the 20 is currently sitting at 21,739. This is a value we've been looking for a long time, actually. Ever since we bounced off of it in September. We have been looking for a retest of the 20 weekly. We have not gotten it. It's a little scary. It's a little scary, to be honest. To be so far away. Be so far away from that is spooky.
Your 2 cents on benchmark protocol. I'm thinking a good hedge play.
Ooh, Mr. Vapor Smooth. Vapor Smooth. Vapor Smooth. Benchmark protocol. Cannot say I have heard that one before, my friend. Let me grab this up. Benchmark protocol, mark. Here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to get through Bitcoin first, and then we will take a look at the benchmark for you. Looking solid off the first take. 21 EMA, another. Not necessarily my favorite or what I look for, but can't deny it. It is something we've seen in Bitcoin history be tested in bullish rallies, and we see that at 23,890. These are still a little lower than we would be expecting for a 40% retrace from 42,000. However, that may just imply that the price moves sideways as these moving averages catch up. You can see, that 40% retrace really lining up with that 25,375. This would be a pretty standard bull market retrace, 40%. We've gone back many times, looked at previous bull runs, and 40 to 50%, though 50% not as common, especially in the previous cycle, is pretty standard. So far, we've accomplished 30%. Is what it is. Could have more downside, could not. It's really going to be a crapshoot. Roll your dice, ask your magic 8 balls. No one's going to have the answer for you. On the 29th, we did have a massive amount of expirations and contracts, and we were expecting volatility. We didn't get any. It really was pretty chill. Pretty chill for, I think it was $20 billion in contracts expiring, something like that. Unexpected, but I will say I think it's a good takeaway that we didn't see a massive sell-off event. That shows that the market is still absorbing orders at this level, not struggling really to keep price up here. However, when we look to the daily, we have both some concerning and some good signs. So, most concerning that stands out to me right away, we've been watching this, the middle Bollinger Band for the daily, or the 20 moving average, same thing. We see that yesterday's candle, the day before, and even the candle on the Elon Musk day they call, or as we'll call it, I guess, when he changed his Twitter profile. Had that solid rally pushing up our highs.
VGX, BQX Voyager is taking the world by storm, my dude. People sleeping on it. Amazing platform, and check the chart. Beautiful scenes. Love your work.
Thank you, my friend, Mr. Chris. I've been actually eyeing that myself with the recent moves, Voyager. I loaded the chart up. We will absolutely get to it. Thank you for the 5, my friend. Thank you for the support. Papersmith, I haven't forgotten about you either. So on the 29th, we had the Elon Musk day, they call it, this pump, and sold off below the 20 daily. That was not a great sign, closing below. I really had hoped that we would see some kind of buying response to close the day right back on top of it, and we have not. We have 1, 2, 3, and potentially today with an hour and 36 minutes to go, 4 days in a row finding resistance there. That's not great. We really do want to see price close above the 20 daily. That's currently at 34,262. If we fail to do that, the 20 weekly moving average becomes very probable. Very probable. We don't have to close above it today, but I would not like to see a retest of these lows we saw in late January without... I would not like to see a retest of these lows first. I'd like to see us get back on top. This is... Yeah, I don't say the word bearish often, but this is arguably... not bullish. Ha! Didn't even say it. It's definitely bearish to be rejecting from the 20 on the daily. It is within the possibility, even today. Trading at 33,600, 34,200. That's barely even a move. That's 2-3%. But there is some good news as well. So let's look at both sides here. Daily, we see lower lows in RSI. Lower lows. This was the same kind of divergence we were looking at on the weekly. We see that RSI on the 22nd and 27th of January lower than December 11th. That is bullish divergence as we have a higher loan price. We've been looking at this. I feel like I'm a broken record saying it over and over again. Really waiting for that to play out. MACD on the daily, we see substantial waning of selling momentum here. This doesn't really go along with what we're seeing on the weekly, but I'm watching closely on the daily histogram to see this flip over. Back to buying momentum, back to potential, back to hopefully higher prices. So we will see. We will see. It's wild. Tis wild. The low on the 27th, I'll just say it again, did bounce the 50 daily moving average. That's phenomenal. Without that, this situation would be a lot uglier looking. And that 50 moving average is currently at 30,900, just below 31,000. So if we do see some selling from this 20 daily resistance, I would be looking for that 50 moving average with my fingers crossed, hoping for a bounce. We could definitely see a bounce of this before testing the 20 again and hopefully closing above it. So 31,000, not a huge downside. That is only a few percents, I believe. 6% perhaps. All right, good enough. We're going to zoom it into the 12-hour here. Things are looking, they're interesting. This is really undecided. This kind of, we saw the weekly with buying momentum waning off. We saw the daily with selling momentum waning off. And now on the 12-hour, we see buying momentum waning off. We are squeezing. Price is definitely being pushed in both directions here. Surprising that we haven't seen really any lower swings over the last 3-4 weeks. I think that's a good sign for the market though. The 12-hour, thankfully we see the 20 moving average acting as support. And do we have that bullish divergence? Yes, same bullish divergence on the 12-hour, so not too much going on. As we zoom in, you really will just keep seeing over and over again that price is coiled up, trapped between moving averages. It's pretty wild. It's going to be hard to carve out an edge here, which we've been very successful in doing in the past. It's going to be more difficult here as, man, it just seems like price wants to be locked here between support and resistance. A break in either direction likely going to bode very well.
It's over 9,000!
Oh, there we go. Thanks Streamlabs, randomly firing off alerts. Dylan James, brother. Good to have you in Patreon, my friend. I think we chatted earlier, actually. I don't know why it's doing it delayed, but awesome. Awesome, my dude. We are growing. We are growing so fast. It's awesome. For those of you just joining us, check out the Patreon. Today's the best day to sign up. It's the beginning of the month. You get your biggest bang for the buck by signing up today. Link is in the chat. Discord is in the chat. There you go. So 4-hour. Okay, this is another. Everything is conflicting here. 12-hour, we saw buying momentum waning. 4-hour, we're seeing selling momentum waning. It's virtually every time frame we look at. We're getting conflicting signals here. I'd like to see the 4-hour close above 34.2. That's what we're looking for, I believe, on the daily as well. So a lot of these price points really lining up. We're seeing multiple time frames, or across many time frames, kind of the same price points, or points of importance. I don't know what to call them, something like that. All right, let's zoom it into the hour, and then we'll get to the chart requests, and then we'll get on the chart topics today. We do see February open at 33,100 acting as support here on the hourly. We have that 12-hour resistance at 34,262, which is also right near the 20 daily moving average. That very, very important price point for us. Acting as resistance and bouncing in between. Really just bouncing in between. We can take out our trend line tools, and hopefully it can give us some kind of insight to where price will be forced to make some kind of decision. But I don't have my hopes up here. Let's see. New chart, new start. That's right. yeah, this wedge with potential really to play out slowly, very slowly. Wedge, triangle, flag, whatever you want to call it. We see that the descending high trend and ascending low trends meet pretty darn far out. I actually have to change the time frame to see when that might happen. March. Ooh, that's spooky. This is spooky, guys. Here, this isn't really TA, but I'll say this is spooky. So we see our 2 highest points in the last month and our 2 lowest points in the last month. Or actually, I guess these local low points. Doesn't matter. Either way, we see that those trends meet right here. And that might not be meaningful to you, but as someone who's watched this every day for years, this date stands out to me. This date stands out to me. I'm not a huge fan of this date, March 12th. For those of you who have been watching markets over the last year, any market, March 12th of 2020 was the COVID crash day. It was where Bitcoin traded down to 3,800. That's a spooky day. It has some spooky memories, some emotional attachment, and to see these trend lines lining up there, can't say that makes me comfortable. However, don't be too spooked. This happens a lot where we see these trends meet, and Bitcoin virtually never makes it to the end. What we usually see is some kind of ranging, maybe a false break in one direction, and then run in the other direction. Of course, this could happen in the opposite, but essentially saying we almost never make it to the end of these wedges. So don't be too scared. You don't need to freak out about it, but that is interesting. I don't like March 12th. Not a date I'm comfortable with. So let's see if there's anything of notice here. Really no divergence. We do see potentially on our MACD on the hourly after the sell-off from 38.1, we have a very low swing on our MACD. That could be bullish divergence, but there's really not a lot to it. We have locally on the hourly here, suggesting that maybe short-term we have some downside. Bearish divergence on our highs. We can see that right here between these 2 highs. We have a high and a lower high. And on RSI, we actually have a higher high here. That is bearish divergence. Similar to what we were looking at, bullish divergence on those other time frames. MACD also showing it. Higher swing high here. Essentially what this means is on this move up, we had more buying power, but failed to set a higher high. So it took less buying power to reach this high than this one. And that shows that the market, at least here on the 1 hour, so this is a very short time frame, could be a little exhausted from buying. And that would make sense if we look back to this January 29th candle. That was a lot of buying. Volume was very high. Got sold off with very little resistance back down, and has really been coiling since with that bearish divergence. We also have a lower high, obviously, and with this higher low. So we can do a little experimental TA here and see price is coiling. Wonder where that lines up. Okay, good. February. Phew. That was March 12th again. I was going to be spooked. All right. Let's get on to the requests here. Let's get on to the requests. I'm going to check my averages. Cool. We're above the 200. All right. Losing 33.1 below. We have just under 31,000. We have the 2020 close at 28.9. So we have some areas of support. Not all is not lost if we end up breaking this 33.1 area. Above us, we have 34.2 as resistance, and above that, 35.5, and our weekly resistance at 38.1, and our daily high at 40,600. So we have resistance above us, support below us, really in line with what we were talking about, where price seems to be coiling, accumulating, distributing, whatever you want to call it. Could get spicy. Keep your alerts tight, watch for a fake breakout, and see if the market follows through. So, Mr. Vapo, what was it? Vapor Smooth. Thank you for the 10, my friend. Sorry if you're not here. I don't know if you left since then. But thank you for your $10 of the Canadians. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. We're going to take a look at Benchmark Protocol. Because I've never heard of it, we're going to look at CoinGecko here first. I highly recommend any new coin you look at or are interested in, look it up on CoinGecko first. I have a video on how to vet altcoin purchases in the...
Tom, I got your ticket into Clubhouse. All you gotta say is Miska, Mooska, Mickey Mouse.
Miska, Mooska, Mickey Mouse. Alright. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the 5. I do want to get into Clubhouse, but it's being annoying, so... I appreciate you. We can talk about it afterwards if you want, after the show. Anyway, I have a video on this, how to pick altcoins. Highly recommend. This is the most important part, is we want to go in and check out the available information.
It's over 9,000!
Ahmed, signing up for Patreon. Welcome, brother. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you. Welcome aboard. Look forward to touching base with you, my friend, and congrats on investing in yourself. All right. Circulating supply. Here's something I always look for right away. Just because I've never heard of this coin, I wanted to do a little background. 2.7 million coins circulating out of a max supply of 16.5 million. Now, there's nothing super important about the number of circulating coins or the max supply in a bubble. But when we look at these, we see that the majority, let's see, about 20% of the coins are available. I just did the math in my head. That means 80% are not, so where are they? When we look at CoinGecko's little insight, we see here, and I didn't know this, so turns out this was my suspicion. We look at total and we can see addresses that have these coins, such as their treasury, etc. Here's what I'm not a huge fan of. Treasury currently holding 3.6 million coins. That's more than the total amount of coins circulating. This can have a huge impact on price movement because of the centralized supply. Doesn't mean this coin can't make gains. Doesn't mean it's not a good coin. I don't know anything about it. I'm only talking about where the coins are. We see security mining 3.3 million. Liquidity mining 3.3 million. So these coins are sitting somewhere. I don't like when they're in other people's hands to start. They don't have a cost basis that they need to cover. That makes me a little nervous, but that's not the end of the world. I just wanted to do that quick. So let's take a look at the chart. See what the chart has to say, because we can talk about those things all day. It just doesn't matter if the chart says it doesn't matter. So let's take a look here. Looks like Mark USDC traded up to 14,000. What? What? This was for the day it was listed. Traded at 15,000 for a second. What? Let's see how long that lasted. That's hard to believe. What the heck? For about 1 second. 1 second on listing. But for 19 hours, it did trade above $3. Wild. Okay. That is funky. I'm not sure what to make of this. It's going to really skew our fib data here. As you can see, a 50% retrace is up to $42. That's more than a 10x. Typically, we look for the 0.5. We're going to mark that anyway. 618 at 100, just under 170. Jeez. What happened with this coin? Why did it trade up to... Why did it open at 15.2 thousand? That seems ridiculous. Maybe a symptom of low circulating supply available. Maybe no supply was available when it was listed. And therefore, whoever had them basically could name their price. So, I don't know. Daily buying momentum is picking back up here, and that makes sense because we can see this 236 fib retracement acted as resistance. Price traded sideways, accumulation type phase at $1.88 before breaking up, and at the same time we saw buying momentum increase. That makes sense. Nothing too weird about that. I think we're gonna have to zoom in a bit more. I have to zoom in one. Wow, that is a smooth curve. Wow, a very smooth curve. Okay, 12 hour. We see momentum is picked up and is continuing to gain. That's not a bad sign. 4 hour. So pretty much looks like every time frame, at least at the moment is gaining buying momentum here. We do have some issues on RSI. This is the 4 hour. Actually, was the 12 hour any better? 12 hour doesn't have the issue. Daily doesn't have the issue, but 4 hour is in danger here. This doesn't mean that hope is lost or anything. This only means that we're going to want to see price make a move to the upside and break the RSI high of January 20th. That we see this across coins all the time. If we don't manage that, we have bearish divergence here. It's not a good sign. But we see this set up everywhere. It's not unique to Mark. We had it on Bitcoin, we had it on Ethereum, we had it on everything. And most of those were able to make that move. So hope is not lost there. Let's take our fib tool here. 4 hours still trading above the 20. Cool beans. Though it looks like it's just reached its measured move here at $3.75. Our next Fibonacci level above us is at $10.50. That's likely, if price makes it there, likely to be a solid area to look to take some profit on a position. We also see that the 4 fib extension of our measured move lines up with this 382 retracement pretty closely. That's confidence building. That's confidence building. Let's see. What else have we got here? We don't have that much volatility in this. We don't see a lot of moves up and down. There. Oh, nice. We found this 236 retracement. We see that that lines up actually with this swing high in December 16th, the swing low on the 30th. You see that lines up extremely well, not just with the 236, but also where price consolidated. This area is likely to act as support. In the event of a sell-off, this area is likely to act as a support. That is good. I like that those line up. Don't have too much here in the $5 level, though we pretty much always put this value up as $5 is an extremely psychological level. Not resistance. It's typically not resistance, but it is almost always a value that shows some kind of selling. Just nature of humans, I don't know. Do not know. 1 hour bounce on the 20. Jeez. This thing, every time frame at this moment has momentum gaining. That's solid. It does kind of stink that it's right this measured move where profit taking visually happened, I guess, in this hourly candle. Yeah. Let's see. So this is going to be hard to name an edge for as everything is looking up in terms of momentum. But you're right at this profit-taking level. Really, you'd be looking for 188 if the market is looking to backtest the previous resistance here as support. And if you close above at 365, I'm going to be looking for that $5 psychological level. Unlikely to really knock price back down, and if it doesn't, we're looking at $10.35. That's a solid 3x. This could be a spicy trade. Personally, I would not look to open a position here, as it's right at this take profit level. Could look to exit a position a little bit or something, but opening along here is gonna be rough.
Patreon is being laggy processing memberships. If you joined and it's not working, message me and I will help you. Party Popper.
Party Popper. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, good reminder. Sorry, man, I'm in the zone today. Patreon is having issues, and it always has issues on the first of the month. So don't be too worried. It always has issues, but Usually they're fixed by the next day. So if you signed up today and you're having problems getting your roll or anything, feel free to shoot John a message while I'm live. When I'm done, we can chat if you're still having problems, and we'll get it fixed for you. So thank you, Brother Joe. I appreciate you. Speaking of which, Patron pinned to the top of the chat. Check it out. Today is the best day to sign up. You do not want to wait. If you've been thinking about signing up, don't burn days. Patron doesn't prorate, so signing up on the first, always the wisest decision. Let's see. I got to catch up with these tips. Mr. Chris Cohen, I hope you're still here, my friend. I'm sorry that took a while, but here we go. Here we go with the Voyager. Voyager, I don't know if you guys, if anyone was here, we were looking at Voyager back here on the 27th of January. This was highlighted in our episode, and we identified 3,300 sats. So this is Voyager BQX on Binance in Bitcoin pair. We identified 3,300 as a major resistance. Pretty obvious if you look at this chart. You see multiple candles closing, wicking down, selling off from this level. And on the 27th, I think it was, we got the close above it. Our prediction. See, this is a good example of when TA can go out the window. Our prediction was a close above 3,300 meant we were going to be looking for a solid gain to 4,100. However, TA went out the window as this thing moved far beyond anything we could have imagined. Traded all the way up to 15,500 satoshis. So essentially after 3,300, it climbed another 370%. Wild. That's like a 5x. Can't say I expected that. Certainly did not call a move of that caliber, but we were looking for a bullish move to the upside. As soon as we got this close, you can go back, watch that video. As soon as we got this close, we were looking for at least 41.22 to be tested. So hopefully some of our fam is paying attention or was watching this chart and was able to make a solid trade on this, because wow, that is, it's Dodge-esque. I think it was even the same day, right? Wild. Alright, so let's look at the technicals of this. This is a wild ride. Is this the all-time high? No, it's not the all-time high though. Interesting, I kind of expected it to be. Well, here we go. I guess this all makes sense now. So after this 6,400 level was broken, and when we look left, we can see this area was resistance and previously support. So important value. Much like Ethereum, after retaking $748, we see a relatively large void of resistance here. Not a lot of trading went on. Not a lot of rejected bounces. Like maybe if we saw something like this, you would expect more resistance, but this is a pretty smooth sell-off. And as we would say here, when you break through the void and close, you get a lot of upside movement. There's very little holding you down. And that played out. We can see that. Literally, we can just see that right here. As soon as this was broken, it went pretty nuts. So let me get rid of this. Let's get our fib retracement tool out. Let's see where we are. This is our compass. That's enough. 382. Alright, that's not even all the way. Okay. Where might we look? Where might we look for further upside? We might look to 22,300 sats. For the 0.5 retrace, we always look for the 0.5. Happens very consistently. And all the way to the 618. You can see that's up at 32,000. That's actually a pretty big move. It's a pretty big move. Currently trading down at 8,100 sats. Even the 0.5 would be almost a 3x. And the 618 would be a 4x. That's 4x. That's wild. Little issue here. Do we have an issue here? Little issue here on the high as that explosive move failed to put in an RSI high, a new RSI high. We can see that previous at January 15th. This move, this high, was actually a higher swing high on our RSI than this monster candle. That is odd. MACD, luckily, not saying the same. MACD saying this momentum was much larger. RSI's drunk, go home. And that momentum is still gaining, even though we've had 2 days of virtually just small sideways trading accumulation. Momentum still building. That is quite a heinous pump, man. 15,550, what a clean number. Likely to act as resistance in the event of a in the event of a retest of that high. 6,345, just below us we see wasn't really tested as support yet, so that would not blow my mind to see price retest that before aiming higher. That's quite a move. I do want to see where we are here. Okay. Funky. This is funky. I want my moving averages. Okay. As always, for you guys who were probably wondering why I was talking about the 20 moving averages so much, is there anything special about 20? Not really, but we do see pretty consistently that big moves, this is why it's a little concerning for Bitcoin, big moves consistently come from the 20 moving average, especially on the daily or higher time frames. This Voyager move came right off the 20 moving average on the daily. That's explosive. That's why we pay attention to them. I'm going to zoom in here. 12 hours waning off. Same issue with RSI, but not with MACD. Alright. Not a lot of edge here. 4 hour though. Here we go. We have our first little sign of something. The 4 hour hitting its 20 moving average and bouncing. This is... I don't have an explanation as to why 20 is important. No idea. But it just seems to be. You can see even on the 4 hour, I guess the 4 hour and the daily 20s were lined up here on the 29th before taking off. We've retested it. To me, that means I do not really want to see it trade below here. I don't want to see it trade below this test, or else it will lose that 20. And then likely go to 63.45. It's not the end of the world. That may be a decent stop loss for a hastily or unthought through position. 4 hour selling momentum is waning off. That's excellent. That's what we want to see. Let's zoom it in one more time. Okay, cool. Hourly still above the 20 as well. Excellent. All right. Edge here, in my opinion, I would not look to open a trade here unless I had that stop at 7,200 tightly set. But in all honesty, I really wouldn't even look to open a position until 63.62, that previous resistance. That may be a solid point. We can see price, even though it went nutty, blasted through it. We do see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attempts at that level, suggesting that was a level that market makers were interested in holding. And since it was lost, now we will look to see it be back tested as support. So cool chart, man. Voyager, anybody who got in, even back here, and this even seemed late. Back here on this daily close on the 29th. Anybody who got in relatively close to there, congrats guys. You made a crazy trade. That was all you. I hope I was able to be a part of your reasoning, but that was your trade. Well done. Congrats. All right. I think, was that the requests? Yeah, that was a request. Good. Let's move it on here. We're going to look at the dollar. We're going to look at Luna.
It's over 9,000!
These are just coming in whenever. Kristen? Sorry, I'm saying this wrong. Kristen Hansen. What's up, my dude or dudette? Great to have you. thanks for signing up. Look forward to working with you. Congrats on investing in yourself. And we have so many new patrons today. It's awesome. All right, the dollar, Dixie. This is this caught my eye. So if you were watching, if you're a regular Tom Crown watcher, this probably is not a surprise to you. Probably not a surprise to you. We were watching the 50 back on the 18th of January. We saw it reject. And our sights were set then on retesting our low. But before we got there, we had a few things in the way. We had a support at 90.42, and we had, again, it always comes back to the 20 daily moving average on Dixie. There you go, another example. Where we speculated that this was likely the last point it could find support. And if it didn't, we would be very confident in retesting our low there. However, it found support. Closed a daily candle above the 50 moving average. This was the conditions we set. Literally the conditions we set played out. After doing so, we've seen a higher high put in today, though not really that impressive. Barely higher than this wick high earlier. Retesting it, but broke it a little bit. So here's what we're looking for. We see that not only did the 50 get retaken, our descending line, our descending trend line here, I'll make this bolder. I know there's a lot on this chart. It's an old one. Also broken. When we first placed this setup, we said if we close above the 50, our 100 daily moving average would be our upside target. At the time, that was at 91.99. That has since moved down to 91.91. We do have some resistance above us to get there. However, this is, to me, the logical play. Logical play. You retook the 50, you're looking at the 100. However, the 100, unlikely to be super easy to break through, likely to find some selling. That'd be at 91.91. And even above that, where did we go? Where's the 200? 200. All the way up at 94. Man, that would be a rally. That would be a huge rally. That'd be a massive rally. Be a massive rally. But we see there was a lot of trading here. This was support. This was support for months as the dollar meandered to the side before selling off. So if it is able somehow to come back to this level, very, very likely that we'll see a rejection. That is a lot of volume traded. That is a lot of time spent there. And so naturally we can expect that there will be some sizable resistance at that level. So far I'm not super sold on the dollar here. I still think if it can even get to this 91.9, it's likely to reject. We've seen this before. In fact, at what we were just looking at, as a good example. We saw a rally up and then the 100 smacked the price down. It was the backhand that had enough power to push the dollar down to a new low, a new multi-year low. Dollar closed like crap on the yearly. I'm just hard to imagine being bullish on this. When we zoom out to the yearly candles, we see a pretty obvious trend. This isn't the whole history. This is only 40 years. Lower highs, just lower highs, over and over and over. Dollar, not a lot of macro forces going on that would weigh in favor of a bullish dollar. Not a lot. Stimulus coming, kind of chaos in markets still. Not a lot in favor of that. However, would expect a dead cat bounce here. We saw a lot of selling. We saw a similar event in 2017 before it failed to put in a new high in 2019 and sold off again. A dead cat bounce, as they say, perhaps to that 100 daily, could be even higher. Not out of the realm of normal that would be expected before a savage sell-off. And then you're looking at this 80, 88, these old supports, and you're just gonna pray one of them holds. So man, just can't imagine being bullish on this. 2020 close so ugly. I'm gonna look at the monthly and then move on here. Monthly's under the 100. Wow, that is ugly. Little momentum waning off though. A little bullish divergence potentially on the monthly. Spicy. Bearish divergence unless the dollar pushes up higher here. Oh, that's not a time frame. Yeah, as we see the highest point in price here, not the highest point in RSI. Still sketch. These moving averages look good though on the 4 hour. Supporting price. Oh well. Let's move on. Look at Luna. After I get through one or two of these highlighted charts, I'll get to the chat with you guys, read what you guys are talking about. I'm just on my game today. I'm focused. So we looked at Luna. At the end of January, before it hit $1.70. We were looking for $1.70. We hit it. Awesome. Cool beans. So let's look to see what might happen next. Let's take our fib tool out. We're going to take our swing high on the 29th to our swing low on the 30th, and we can get a fib extension here. This might give us some insight as to where profit taking may occur. That extension suggesting $2.13 could be the next upside target. I don't think we have any data here at this price point, right? I don't know if this is the longest chart history. $186. $243. Interesting. Let's look at the daily. Struggling with that same issue we saw in Mark that we talked about. Has yet to, it has not happened yet, doesn't mean it won't, but it has not yet put in a higher RSI on the daily. This is important. We're at the highest point in price. We need to see our indicators being heated up to those levels. Without it, we have bearish divergence on a daily. That is a bad sign. Oh look, this rallied off of its daily 20 as well. These examples are coming out of the woodwork. Momentum on the daily though looks fine. That's a good sign because it needs to continue pushing. Nice. Nice little fake out here. This is what we're hoping for on Bitcoin. Multiple candles of buying momentum waning, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this little pop back to momentum increasing, pop in price. That is, that's what we want. That's what we want. So that is confidence building. I like that. 12 hour, obviously, same issue. Four-hour, same issue. We do see bullish divergence on these lows. This is going to be in hindsight because this may have already played out. But might as well, we're here to learn, so might as well point it out. Let's get rid of some of this. There we go. We see between January 28th and we're here. January 31st, we have a higher low in price. We have a low on the 28th, a higher low on the 31st. And when we look at RSI, we see that RSI doesn't reflect the same as price. The 31st being a lower swing low versus the 28th. That is bullish divergence on the 4 hour. There's a little bit in hindsight because we did get a rally already out of it, but it's worth pointing out. And in the same, by the same measure, we also have bearish divergence provided price is unable to push up higher here, as we have a higher high in price and a lower high in RSI. So this is really depending. This is really depending on another push up. Without it, this is looking like it is in trouble. But I think that's possible. I think it's in the cards. We may see a back test of that $1.69 target first. And if we do, that's okay. Maybe look into the upside for $2.13. So fancy. Fancy, fancy. This work. Vapor Smooth. Benchmark is elastic. Supply token. Pegs to SDR. Okay. I'm not really sure Honestly, I'm not really sure. Does that mean the supply changes like with USD, like stable coins? I'm not really sure what that means. Cool stuff though. What's going on with the stream? Do we have streaming issues today? Look like it. What happened? What happened? Wow, we lost. We had 600 viewing. Now we only have 360. What happened? Odd. We haven't seen that happen in a while, actually. What happened? Did we disconnect maybe, or? I wonder if we're Batoshan. It does kind of look like we are Batoshan though. These are our numbers. When we aren't searchable, we almost always have like 350 viewing. Yep, I don't see us on search result. I wonder why. We were. 1 second, guys. Hold up. Can anybody confirm or deny? Are we showing up anywhere? Do you see us in search? Do you see us on your homepage? Any feedback? Highly appreciated. Don't show up. Nah, we're not showing up. Boo. On the first of the month, our most important day. Our most important day. And you're gonna do this. Do us dirty like this, YouTube. Yeah, we're not in search. Man, that's such a bummer. Nope. We do not show up. You know what? I'll show you guys. Or not. See here. We search for Tom Crown, and we see my channel shows up, right? Channel shows up. Good, good. We don't see that we don't see the live though. Sometimes that happens. So if we go to filters and select live, we see that Tom Crown is not live right now. However, Revealed Music 24/7 live stream radio, Best EDM, a channel that I've never been to but sounds like I would like it, is the only search result. What a bummer. A bummer. Oh well. Dang. Dang. That's so beat. This is the first. This is our most important day. It's not gonna work. Man. I love you guys. You guys, everybody who's here, you guys are the best. You are the fams, and I appreciate you for being here. You're just the real fans. You're the fam. The fam fans. Fam fam. Like that. Huh. Well, let's take some requests and we'll see how it goes. I don't know. This sucks that we're not in search though. This is the most important day. YOLO. Let's read the chat. Screw it. We don't have new people to entertain. Take advantage of that. I see a bunch of Ethereum. What's going on? Is something going on with Ethereum? I didn't get any alerts. Actually, I did notice this before I went live. I was watching Ethereum Bitcoin, and it did look like it was going to push up there. So we are seeing a little movement. So far, nothing too exciting as we're just seeing the 4-hour flip over to buying momentum. 12-hour waning off. And the daily still. Ooh, but I like these candles. Daily, still gaining selling momentum, still seeing that momentum on the sell side increase. But I do like these candles. Sometimes we can't really pay too much attention to momentum, as momentum shifts by nature. But we see some great signs here on the daily. 5200 golden bullish cross. That's awesome. Yeah, we're shadow banned. That's okay. That means only the cool people are here. And also, this is my own. This is not real. I don't know, real. This is I guess it's real, but it's Tom Crown patented technical analysis. This is my favorite candle. This is my favorite type of candle to see. Ideally, it will have high volume, which it doesn't. But I call this a kicker candle. What that means is it started out trading in one direction with a large body. And before the candle closed, we saw a reversal volume. Maybe this isn't as good as I thought it would be. But these usually play out well when the market is dragged in one direction and then slingshots back. That really throws people on the wrong side of the trade and sets things up for moves here. So this is pretty solid. Maybe Ichi can help. Negative. We see the 4-hour interacting with the 50 moving average here. I'd like to see that close above it. There's 48 minutes left. It looks like the price to retake, this is probably going to be on the daily, isn't it? Yep. The price for Ethereum Bitcoin pair here to retake is going to be 0.4. 0.4 was actually a take profit level on the way up. Blasted through all the way to our 0.44, 10% gain from that 0.4. And I would like to see this close above. We get a close above 0.4 on Ethereum Bitcoin pair. That is going to set it up for some spicies. I would look for a retest of 0.44. Be the first thing on my mind. This measured move, due to how far it was sold down, is going to be spicy. Gonna be spicy. Oh yeah. 0.55. That's absolutely one of our targets. I don't know if it's not on this chart. I don't know if it's on this chart, but that's absolutely one of our targets. Yep. There we are. Ooh. Ooh. You close a candle above 0.44, you're looking at 0.55. Quick. This is another void setup situation. There's just nothing here that is likely to cause resistance or provide resistance, act as resistance, whatever. That's spices. However, though, important, 0.55 likely to be some pretty strong resistance. We see it tested as resistance previously in 2017 multiple times. Then in 2018 we saw it act as support. Failed rally. Acted as support again briefly before selling off. You can just visually see the importance of this level. Losing it sent Ethereum down all the way to price discovery minus 70% or so. So this is going to be, in my opinion, a great take profit level. Great area to take. Again, calculated, managed risk, small, as I usually say, profits. It's going to be a great level. If you miss 0.44, that's probably also a good idea. The trick, though, is to be able to take percentage of profits as we hit these important values, but never, this is my style of trading, my opinion, but never take so much that by the time the all-time high is retested, if it does, I believe that it probably will, is to never take so much that you don't have any left by the time the previous all-time high is retested. So in my book, that's, I don't know, maybe 5% at 0.44, 5% at 0.55, probably 5% at like 0.85. And the goal is you're just chipping away at your old position into Bitcoin. That is my style of trading. That is the secret sauce, man. So yeah, Ethereum looking good. The daily close, I think, is going to be a big factor here. I'm going to set another alert. Cool beans. Not a lot. Really, this is just going to be the important value. 0.4. If you can't close above 0.4, it can start to look ugly. So far, not really my worry, though. Not really worried about that. You see a selling event. See a rejection from 0.4. We could be looking at 0.31. It's like a 25% downside move. I don't think that the edge is in the bears, though. I think the edge is with the bulls here to retest at least 0.44 on Ethereum. Cool beans. Cool beans. 22. I love all 322 of you. But I think, man, what should we do? I was going to stream for quite some time. This is going to be a big stream. It sucks to be shadow banned, though. I don't know what we should do. Restart, keep going. Sucks. Bitcoin hasn't moved, that's a good thing. Voyager. Dollar. Luna. Let's take a look at BNB quick. BNB breaking a new all-time high, hitting $50 today. Wild ride. Daily does not look that great. Yeah, bearish divergence potential, but it can be invalidated. Just needs a stronger push to the upside. Weekly, same issue, but gaining momentum still to the upside, so you have some in the cards. Ooh, wow, and you backtested 39.60. Okay, that looks pretty good then. We see that the weekly, not the daily, the weekly pushed up above 39.60, backtested it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times before pushing up a new high. That's pretty bullish. That is fib retracement worthy. Let's see where we might look for another move. 58.21. Probably likely a solid take profit target. $58.21 to $60. That's a pretty solid little area to look for. I think the edge is probable on that one. And then what do we see? 68 to 70. End up at 99. Probably not a bad one either. 75. Psychological at that point. Cool. 58, 75, and 99.20. All looking juicy with the strength that was shown in these back tests here on that previous high. It's edges with going to 58 easy. That's how I see it. 58. If not, I mean, we'll have to see what happens, how much profit taking happens at this 58 level, but I mean, dang. If not farther. $100, only a 2x from here. Very much in the realm of possibility. We've been seeing much bigger moves across the space. Totally possible. What's up, Shalom? Vesemir, Ja, Jason Smith, Crypto Master. Yeah, we're Battershand. Yeah, Nick, I think we weren't Battershand, and now we are. Actually, you're totally correct on that timing as well. Literally 30 minutes ago, we hit our peak of 600 viewers in the stream. And that is clearly when we got Battershand, as viewership just immediately started trending down since. So you're right, we probably were showing up about half an hour ago. Feel the House 2000. What's up, bro? BTCD. And take a look. Scott Lux. What's up, Scott? 4-hour Bollinger Bands. That's easy enough to throw up. Ultra Chaos. Steve the Hype Meister. General. What's up, dude? Jay, looking for XRP. Jack Lazar, False Flags, what's up, bro? Yuli K. Rico, Sean Bailey, Yuli K. Benjamin Lyson, Genetics, RVG, D. Trinnell. We got a lot of new faces here. I love it, guys. Make sure you guys are subscribed and in the Discord. I'm debating if we should just restart now. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? What's up, Bella B? How you doing? And Dallin Song. AJ Healy. Got all the bros. Hendrick, what's up, man? What do you guys think? Should we just restart? Then I can take all these requests again. Yeah, probably. I got 3 restarts. Just restart. Just do it. No, we haven't dealt. What's up, PSU, UG? We can look at Maker then. I pronounced your last name correctly. Awesome. Joe Groves, what's up, man? Albert Einstein. Yeah, let's reboot. Alright, we're going to do that. We're going to restart. Make sure you guys are subscribed. I'll post the new link in Discord as well. I love you guys. I appreciate you for being here while with Shadow Band. I hate doing this. Hasn't happened in a while. But we're just going to tear the band-aid off and we're going to restart here. So tune back in. Should be up again. Not even 5 minutes, perhaps. Alright.